As we all know, the in-ring component is just one part of what makes professional wrestling what it is. Another critically important part is the ability to talk people into the building, the ability to talk asses into the seats. And even if the in-ring product sometimes isn't great, or even if the product as a whole isn't great, you can still get those moments from those promos that make you really stand up and take notice, that make you sit there and say, man, that was some good stuff. Man, that makes me want to see what's going to happen next. So now it's time for me to reveal the results of what you chose to be the 2014 WWE Promo of the Year. And I thought there were some good choices and some good options here, and the voting kind of reflected as such. You had the Hogan Austin Rock promo at WrestleMania 30. You had Ultimate Warrior's curtain call promo on the Raw after WrestleMania 30. You had Daniel Bryan in the Occupy Raw segment. You had Paul Heyman on that March 3rd Raw in Chicago shooting on CM Punk and Brock Lesnar Taker. And then you had The Rock's surprise return to confront Rusev a couple of months ago on Raw. So there were some really good options here, even in a year of WWE that wasn't all that particularly good, a year that was filled with mistakes and creative hiccups and flops. We still got those promo segments that at times made us stand up and say, man, that was something really good. That was something really special. But ultimately, there can only be one winner. And now I can reveal to you your choice for 2014 WWE Promo of the Year, and it is, drumroll please, to no great surprise to myself, Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and The Rock at WrestleMania 30. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not that it was the easiest of choices, because again, there were some really good possibilities here, some really good candidates. You know, that Ultimate Warrior promo on Raw, it perfectly fit who Warrior was as a character. It perfectly represented that character. It was kind of like that last goodbye for so many older fans that grew up as a fan of the Ultimate Warrior, such as myself. And then you also have that Daniel Bryan Occupy Raw segment that really, to me, was the breakout of breakout segments for Daniel Bryan on that road to WrestleMania. That's when you knew that, man, they've got something here. This is when you knew that, yeah, this guy might be the headliner for WrestleMania 30. And even Rock and Rusev, what a great promo segment. Paul Heyman, you know, yeah, it was a work shoot promo, but damn, Paul Heyman knows how to deliver on that type of promo. But at the end of the day, there was really only one choice in my mind, and I agree with you guys out there that voted for Hogan, Austin, and The Rock at WrestleMania 30. It doesn't have a lot of significance in terms of advancing storylines. It doesn't have a lot of this. It doesn't have a lot of that. But it does have a lot of so many other things. Here are three of the unquestioned biggest stars, not only in WWE history, but the history of the business. Three of the biggest WrestleMania stars of all time. And here you are, your first ever pay-per-view special event on the WWE Network. It's WrestleMania 30. It's your biggest show of the year. It's your 30th WrestleMania, mind you. And you kick it off with a segment reeking of so much awesome. Hogan, Austin, Rock. It reminds you of what professional wrestling used to be. It reminds you of what professional wrestling means to you. It reminds you of what professional wrestling can still be. For all of us that take this very seriously and think about this and think about that, it's one of those rare segments, it's one of those rare moments where you shut all that bullshit off and you just sit there and you soak it in and you enjoy the moment. It was the segment of segments, in my opinion, and apparently yours in 2014, and it came on the biggest stage of them all. So even with all these other great choices, and if you would have voted for the Ultimate Warrior's curtain call promo on Raw, I would have agreed with it 100% because of so many things of what it represented and what ultimately happened. If you would have voted for Daniel Bryan's Occupy Raw segment, I wouldn't have knocked you for that either because, again, what it represented and the timing of it and just how much of a real, true, defining breakout moment it was for Daniel Bryan. You know, if you would have went with either one of those options, I'd have been fine with that. In fact, I was surprised that more people didn't vote for Daniel Bryan in that Occupy Raw segment But I guess at the end of the day, there really was only one option for this category, and that had to be Hogan, Austin, and The Rock at WrestleMania 30. One of those truly special promo segments that comes along once in a blue moon.